Hey everyone, welcome to our presentation. So we're Team Kairos, and we're building a knowledge operating system that actually learns who you are. We came up with this idea because every time you use ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, you always have to start from zero because that's how these LLMs are made, stateless. They don't remember everything, right? So you always upload your files, explain your context, get the same generic answers that anyone would get. So we are different. We will remember everything. Let me show you how that works. Once you come into the landing page, you sign up, you create your account. Once you create your account, you just hit a login. Once you hit login, you will be onboarded with this welcome screen that says, are you a student, developer, or professional? Just to make the onboarding process simpler for everyone. As a developer, I spend a lot of my time interacting with CLI. So we built a package that will ask you to install it on your computer so it can index all of your folders, and it will tell you what should I call you. I'm gonna name myself AI, of course, why not, classic, and then I'll name it Nova, and then it will tell you what files do you want me to access. Then I'll give it access to my desktop file. Then it will run a scan, try to index thing, and once it's done, it will launch itself. And this is what it built. You see this? Are you seeing this? You might be asking, what is this? I had the same thought process when I saw this. So what is this is a 3D vector database in real time. Everything is embedded and indexed on how far they are, how interconnected they are. Let me walk you through how it works. So this is a galaxy. Every dot you see here is a context extracted from the actual files that we just gave access to. It has every single data that it needs to know. The big planets are knowledge cluster. The smaller are the stars. The individual are the concept. Well, I can go over and over, but let me show you the demo. What's cool about it? Now, the real magic begins. So I can ask things like, what are my strongest skills? If the answer was sent to ChatGPT, it'll ask you 50 different questions, right? But here, look what it's doing. It's launching 20 different AI agents, which is already done. It pulls all the information from this knowledge base and gives you what it is. Let's briefly screen. I built Navigator, which is a chatbot. I did these. I did all these things. So it has all the information about whatever I've been doing, right? Let's try to be different. What is some concepts that you see in my pattern that I have developed over the time as a developer, and I can use that in further things in my life? Can you tell me that? Okay, let's see. Now it also generated 20 different agents, and all of these agents has their own perspective in life. It's not like all of those are the same agents. They are all trained to be different. One of them is a mentor, one of them is a critic, one of them is a software developer, one of them is a therapist. So everybody has context to my knowledge, but they all have different perspective in my life. So if you go talk to a friend, they might give you different advice. That was a concept, right? To mentor you based on different perspective, different POV of people. This isn't a generic advice. This is a grounded in what they actually know about everything in my life, right? Which is really cool. But let's go around the hood and show you how the pipeline works. So it is basically a Python command line interface that will scan your files. We use TreeSitter, which phrases the code structure, and we use Gemini to extract the meaning using its embedding models. And then there is a network X that builds the graph, which will look like this. Then there's Latent that it's an algorithm that clusters it, and everybody gets embedded in a vector database. You all heard about vector database as like a RAG for semantic search, but one command. All you need is one command. Pip install Kairos. Kairos connects, and it's done. So why we use this, right? You ChatGPT 20 years later, you have to keep uploading the same file. Of course it has memory. It knows who you are, but it doesn't know any single thing about you. Imagine you're a researcher who has to work for millions of files, or you're a coder who handles like 50 GB of repositories codes. What do? You index everything. So Kairos gets smarter every single time you use it. Your knowledge base keeps on expanding, and your Kairos will develop pattern depending on how you talk to it. So all your memory is compounded, and your knowledge also compounds, and your AI remembers everything. And with that, I'll leave you with one thought. Your mind is a galaxy. Let Kairos map it. Thank you so much. That was our time. Thanks for listening.